What's going on, Junkie Nation? Gorgeous George and Ghost checking in here with the Mercenary. Where you headed to, AJ?
I'm currently headed to my father's house. I just got done doing some strength and conditioning, so finishing up a good weekend of training. Got a nice 5-mile run tomorrow, and that's about it. Just chill, enjoy the weekend. Probably go enjoy some cars tomorrow too.
I was gonna say you got some nice whips, so I wouldn't have been shocked if you would have said, "Oh man, some guy wants to bet pink slips down in San Pedro or some shit like that."
Hey, tell him line that shit up, homie. The only problem is none of my cars run right now. I literally don't have a single running car. They're all project mode, from my Cadillac to the CRX to my Corvette. Every car is being built right now. But I do have a few that are almost done. The Supra's almost done. I said that last time, huh? But it's really almost done, I swear. The Supra's almost done. The CRX is almost done. The Cadillac's almost done. So those will be my next three that'll be completed, is the Supra, the Cadillac, and the CRX. The Corvette I'm probably going to get rid of. It's a Grand Sport. I want to go big boy status and get the ZR1. It's just cream of the crop. It's like having a Cadillac, but not a V series. You gotta have the big boy V8 6.2 supercharged.
Did you go to the last time we chatted? We talked about the Grand Prix in Vegas. Did you make it out?
No, I wish. I didn't have time. I think that was like right around the time for my fight. No,
I think
it
so.
may have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was like the same weekend or something of my fight, so I wasn't able to make it out. Sadly.
It was pretty cool. We got some tickets last minute. And yeah, man, that's a whole other world, racing in the streets and those bad boys.
Man, see, I think I do better on the streets than I would on the track. That might be my spot, is the Vegas track.
There you go.
You already had a chance to size up Clay Collard. How you feeling about this cat? Like he doesn't have boring fights. I mean, a lot of people are circling this one as the money fight that night, and you guys,
they're calling it the People's Champions fight, the People's Champs fight. So I'm excited for it. I go in there with the mindset of every fight that I'm the main event. So having the people say that this is their main event, that's for me. It's an honor, just to get the respect from the fans, the people, and to be able to start off the show with a bang. Clay Collard, he's a banger. You know what I mean? He's coming in. He's going to throw his hands. And, I wasn't too happy with my last performance. Obviously, I was on my back 12 out of 15 minutes. So this is a fight where I'm able to go out there and let my hands go. And I know he's going to stand in front of me and try to walk me down. So it's going to be a fun fight, man. I really can't wait for this fight. I'm excited for it. And like the people said, it's going to be the People's Champs fight. So that's what I'm looking forward to giving them, is just 3-5 minutes of just nothing but nonstop action.
Would there be anything wrong with just taking them down and submitting them? Like, is that something within your own psyche, your own being, where you're like, no, man, I got to actually put on a show? Like, what's that whole tug of war with your own ego, because obviously you have a great ground game, and he's not a big fan of going to the ground.
Well, that's the thing. I haven't really seen anyone try to utilize wrestling against Clay, so that's kind of always been a thing that's been in the back of my head, is like, how come no one's trying to take this dude down? He doesn't have really a good ground game, or maybe his hips are just really planted and based in the ground to the point to where it's hard to take him down. But I'm definitely, at the end of the day, I was a born wrestler first, so I'm always looking forward to going out there and putting on a good show, and wherever the fight may go, that's where I feel comfortable. If things aren't going too well on the feet, I know I got the ace in the hole with wrestling at the end of the day.
AJ, I had a conversation about this fight last night with someone, and they brought up chess versus checkers. And I started to break it down, and I was like, well, I can see how Clay comes forward a lot sometimes, but his boxing is tight. It is nice. What do you think? Is it chess versus checkers? Is it a little bit of both? What are we going to be in for here?
I've always said mixed martial arts is like chess versus checkers, and these guys are playing checkers. You know, I'm the chess player. I'm the king on the map, and I'm wherever your weakness is, I'm going to find it and I will expose it. So with Clay Collard, I think we already kind of know what his weakness is the wrestling, is the jiu-jitsu, but I think this is more of an opportunity for me to go out there and showcase my skills of boxing. You know, he's a boxer. He comes in, he likes to throw a lot of body punches and kind of get that nitty gritty banger type fight. So, you know, for me, it's don't play his game, play my game.
You know, a lot of people have this, you know, obviously it's Bellator versus PFL. But at the end of the day, you're AJ McKee, and that's who you fight for. When the fight starts, how much of it does carry a little bit of the fact that you carried that Bellator flag for so long? Does it feel like Bellator versus PFL, or is it Clay Collard versus AJ McKee?
I think at the end of the day, it's Bellator versus PFL for the other champions, but at the end of the day, it's AJ McKee versus Clay Collard. And like Clay said, he said PFL acquired Bellator. So with that being said, there's a big chip on these guys' shoulder already. But at the end of the day, you know, us Bellator fighters, we're coming for business, you know. And I think at the press conference, it showed. We're all suited and booted. These guys are comfortable, having fun, dressed up in fucking movie football jerseys and stuff. Like, we're coming for business at the end of the day, and I think that's the difference that's going to set us apart when it comes to fight night.
AJ, you obviously have a job, but this fight, in a way, does it have a little bit of that feel of a job interview, in the sense that you're kind of showing maybe even a new audience and a new stable of fighters what exactly you're all about?
A little bit, you know, it's a new organization, so PFL knows of me. Their fans don't really know about me. So for me, I see it as an opportunity to go out there and show them what I'm really about and showcase my skills to them. So with that being said, I'm not really worried about it. You know, I felt it was an honor to be able to fight on not only the last Bellator show, but now the first collaboration show as well. And I think that just goes with my accolades, my achievements, and the type of fighter that I am. I think they know what they're going to get. You know, they're going to get a good fight. And putting an opponent like Clay Collard in front of me, you have nothing but to expect besides fireworks. You know, he's a banger. He's going to come in there and try to bang. And I'm always down to bang a little bit, but at the end of the day, I'm going to mix it up and utilize my skill set in every angle, which is wrestling, which is jiu-jitsu. So I know that's what he's thinking I'm going to do in the back of his mind. So he's going to be waiting for that opportunity the entire time. And it's just really utilizing it and implementing that when he least expects it.
You started when you were 19 with Bellator. Now you're 28.
Damn.
Would you say like you're on a Mount Rushmore of Bellator? How would you categorize yourself in Bellator's history books?
I would say I am Bellator, man. I've put up the most wins in Bellator. I've had the best stats in Bellator. I am what Bellator can produce, you know. I am the cream of the crop when it comes to what Bellator is capable of producing, and it shows, you know. I chased down that world title, and from chasing down that world title, after that, you know, I moved up to a division and into another division, and I looked to conquer on new goals, new tactics and things. But I don't know, man. At the end of the day, you know, everybody knows who I am. I'm the only second generation fighter out here making real noise. I'm the only one that everyone sits back and watches and like, what the hell is AJ McKee gonna do? You know, and I feel like everyone waits for that opportunity for me to lose. And you know, they're just waiting for an opportunity to just be like, see, I told you he wasn't that good. but I work my ass off so that I can continue to be the great athlete and be the great warrior that I am, so that I can point my finger and my dad can look at all these people and laugh and be like, ha ha, I told you we're the best. And that's what I work for, you know, the recognition and the respect of the last name McKee. And, you know, McKee, we're the key to this mixed martial arts stuff. Wrestling is the key to mixed martial arts. So if you don't have wrestling, expect to get put on your ass and expect to get exposed.
You know, people are talking about this Max Holloway fight versus Justin Gaethje, and they're saying, well, it didn't go good for Holloway when he went up to meet Poirier. And I'm saying, well, Poirier, when he made the decision to go up, he stayed there. So he added 15 pounds of muscle and size and all that stuff. And then the experience of, you know, your guys' bodies are like machine, running that machine at that weight. I think if Holloway moved up, he could do the same. But it looks like he's still keeping an eye on 45. So my question to you is, you can play both cards as well, 45 or 55. How do you handle that so that you don't get out-muscled at 155 if you still want to keep your options open at 45? Or is 45 in the past, I guess?
I wouldn't say 45 is in the past. I've always said and always been willing. Yeah, that was nice. I've always said and been willing to go back down to 145, but the fight has to make sense. You know, I've had my entire career at 145. So when it comes to Bellator's roster at 145, my hit list can't really continue much more. You know, I've taken out some of the top people, all of the top people pretty much. So, like I've always said, for the I don't know. I'm comfortable at 155s. I got the skill set that can hold 145 and 155 pound title. You know, I've always said I wanted to be a champ. Even before Conor did it, I said I was going to be a champ. So with that being said, you know, we just got to sit down with Bellator, PFL, and after this show, hopefully I have an outstanding win and see where things go from there.
What's his name? Jesus, I just spaced it. Olivier Aubin Mercier. I'm sorry. He looks like he may have retired, or hey, he won the lightweight title.
Yeah.
So he won back to back, but it sounds like he might be retired. You never know. But then this Jesus Pinedo is, man, he's a dog. Like, a lot of people enjoy watching him fight. Out of those two names, you know, I'm sure you are always looking at the top guns after Collard. Do one of those two, maybe that answers the question. Do one of those two, I guess, get you going, you know, like as far as like either going to 45 to face off against Pinedo, or maybe hoping OAM comes back and, you know, and you can fight him because he's had a pretty nice PFL career.
Correct. So if Patricio wins, I feel the trilogy has always been something that's been ideal. You know, I've always wanted that fight. Obviously not being satisfied with the way that our fight went and how that decision went. So for me, that trilogy is right there. I would love to get that third fight on. For Pineda, if he wins, for me, it's like, hey, I've always felt I'm the true champ. So you beat up Patricio, but guess what? Now it's time to fight the true champ. So I wouldn't mind going back down to 45s just to fight him. Either way, you know, but who knows? We'll see. At the end of the day, I'm comfortable at 155s. I'm comfortable fighting these big boys. The weight's a little bit different, but I'm still a true 45er. You know what I mean? I'm still walking around 170, 165 when I'm in shape training.
What's your contract situation like? I only ask because Kayla Harrison shocked us by moving. You know, we were already kind of lining her up versus Cyborg and all this. So I think it's a fair question because of Bellator coming over to PFL just to see where these superstars are. Are you situated well for a few more fights, or are you a free agent after the next one? What's your deal?
No, I'm comfortable at the moment. I'm comfortable. I'm trying to fight as much as I can. You know what I mean? Trying to fight as much as I can and reclaim a title. You know, for me, it's always been about being a champion. That's what I work hard for, is to have that strap around my waist. And it's been a while. So I'm looking forward to just getting that strap around my waist again. You know, I was working my butt off to become a 155-pound champion and continue my hit list with the 8 names on that 155-pound title that Bellator put on. And that kind of fell through the cracks. Some things happened. Some people had to pull out, and other things happened. So for me, I'm just trying to get back into a title shot, you know, and see where it's at and what's going on. But at 145, I don't care who it is. I'll walk through anybody and everybody. I don't care who it is, what organization it is. I'm the baddest man walking this planet at 145 pounds, period. And if anybody has anything to say about it, you kiss my ass.
Last question. Do you miss being champ?
Who doesn't miss being champ? That's what we work our ass off day in, day out for, is to become champion. I miss being champion, but I don't miss fighting 5-5s. I did that once, and I guarantee you, I don't look forward to doing it again. And at 145, I guarantee you we won't be fighting 5-5s, whoever it is. I'll be finishing people. I did that one time, and it was cool to do it and to say I did it and to feel what fighting 5-5s is like. But I feel with my proper training, my proper mindset, man, I really don't think many people can deal with my output for more than 15 to 20 minutes.
I hear you on your response. It's just that we've asked this question before, and sometimes people will say, no, man, champion don't identify me. I don't like the pressures, this, that. I mean, honestly, aside from the money, some people don't even like being champ. But I always felt like you kind of had some nice swag as champ, and it's been about a couple years now. I'd really like to see you fighting for gold in 2024.
Man, you and I both. So, you know, like I said, this first show, PFL versus Bellator, I'm looking forward to going in there and showing them what I'm all about. And then hopefully it'll lead me into a championship title fight. You know, Clay Collard, he fought in the finals a few times. And like you said, the champ's retired. So we just have to sit back and see how the cards get dealt. And from there, we'll play the hand we're dealt.
This one's going to steal the show, folks. On February 24th in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, AJ McKee, Clay Collard will get things started for that pay-per-view, which you can order on ESPN Plus. 4 title fights at the top of the bill as well. And then you got Yoel Romero versus Thiago Santos. It's stacked. AJ, as always, thank you for your time, man. Great catching up with you.
Likewise, peace and blessings, and shout out to all the fans. Appreciate you guys. Enjoy that show.